Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are brand new. My name is Danielle, and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. Today is Wednesday, so you guys know exactly what that means. I am back for another What Sold Wednesday video. If you guys are new and you're not sure exactly what that means, this is just a video that I release every Wednesday. I talk about what sold, how much it sold for, how much I paid for it, and how long it took to sell. So if you guys are interested in seeing my sales from last week, go ahead and keep watching, and let's go ahead and jump right in. These sales are going to be from February 13th to February 19th. I do have to say this last week was a lot better than the previous 2 weeks, but it did slow down a little bit at the end. February 13th was by far my best day of the week, which that's what we're going to start with. And it was Super Bowl Sunday and people were shopping. So let's go ahead and start with February 13th. The first one I made was an eBay sale. This was actually a pair of Cole Haan men's Grand Pro Deck slip-on sneakers in a size 10. These sold for $40, and then I did not write down the fee that I paid for these. I forgot. But these are from a flip lot, and they took about 2.5 months to sell. I have found that I have a lot better luck selling Cole Haan men's shoes than I do selling Cole Haan women's shoes. I don't know why, but I just sell the men's shoes better. I want to say I had these listed at 45 or 50 originally, and I received an offer for 40, and I went ahead and accepted. It was still pretty reasonable. And if you watch like the last couple weeks, you know sales were very, very slow. So I was honestly just trying to move anything I could. So I was okay accepting this $40 offer, and they sold extremely quickly, so I'm really happy with it. And next up was a Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Zara. It was a pair of brand new with tag women's tied platform sandals in a size 8. These sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then I was left with $32. These are from a JOMAR wholesale box, and these are actually from the Zara shoe box. I love getting the Zara shoe boxes. I always have a really good luck with them, so it's one of my favorite boxes to get. These cost me about $5, and they took about 3.5 weeks to sell, so extremely great time frame. I had these listed at, I want to say, $50 originally, and received a $40 offer. I was happy with the offer. Yes, I did want a little more for these because they were brand new, but 40 was still reasonable based off like comps and everything. So super happy with this, and they sold extremely quickly. And next up was another Poshmark sale. This was one of my best sales ever. This is actually a pair of Saint Laurent black sunglasses, and they were sold for $200 with a Poshmark fee of $40, and then I was left with $160. These sunglasses I actually got from my dad. He actually found them, and we didn't know what we were going to do with them, and I looked at them and I was like, hey, these are worth a lot of money. So he goes, okay, sell them. We'll split the profit 50-50 in the end. So we split it after we split the $160 in half, so we both made $80, and they were like really surprised that I even sold sunglasses for $200. And if you've been watching me for a little bit, you know I actually sold these a little bit ago, and someone actually returned them because they were too big. This person accepted the order and had no complaints, so it just like confirms that that person just didn't like their purchase, which is a little irritating, but I'm happy that I sold them for the same exact amount a second time. Yes, I did want a little more for them. I had them listed a little more. I don't remember, maybe like $250 or something. I think maybe even more, but $200 is reasonable. I'm happy. They were literally free. So honestly, I can't be mad, and I am extremely happy with this sale. And the next sale was a Mercari sale. This is by the brand Bandolino, and it was a pair of black peep toe slingback heels, and they sold for $15 with a selling fee of $1.50 and a processing fee of 74 cents. I was left with $12.76. These I actually got from a ThredUp rescue box. I bought the mixed shoes, I want to say. I did a whole video on it as well, and I paid $5.77 for these, and they took about 4.5 months to sell. This is not a brand I pick up at the thrift store, but I did list this just because it came in that box, and they were in really great condition, so I thought they would at least end up selling for something, and they ended up selling for $15. Obviously, this is not a great profit. This is not a great sale, but it added to the overall profit of that ThredUp box, so can't be mad at that. But this is not something that I would be picking up at the thrift store and actually spend $5.77 on. And next up was another Poshmark sale, and this was by the brand Fry. This is a pair of women's brown leather patty booties, and these were in a size 10. They sold for $90 with a Poshmark fee of $18, and then I was left with $72. These are from a flip lot, and it took just over 3 months to sell, so the selling period had just been extended when these sold. I find that I have a really good luck selling ankle height Fry boots, but when I go to like calf boots or like knee boots, those do terrible for me for some reason. I don't know, but ankle boots. I can sell them all day long. I had never sold this style of fry boot before, and they sold extremely fast for me. I want to say I had them listed at probably like 100. It might have been even more, but 90 was a very reasonable offer, so I was happy to accept it. And the next sale was another Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Torrid black elastic ankle strap espadrille sandals, and these were in a size 9. They sold for $25 with a Poshmark fee of $5, and then I was left with $20. These shoes I got from a flip lot once again, and these took about 6 months to sell. These took a lot longer than I thought they would, and I honestly thought I'd get at least 30 for these because they were not in terrible condition. They had not a lot of wear on them, so I was a little surprised when they didn't sell for at least 30, and I was also surprised when they didn't sell quicker than 6 months. Obviously, 6 months is not a terrible time frame. I don't mind when things take 6 months, but I just expected a little more for these. I have found that Torrid is just not as fast moving and doesn't move for as much as it used to, which is completely fine, but I have to be a little pickier with my Torrid pieces that I do pick up and that I choose to have sent through flip. But overall, I am so happy with this sale. It obviously didn't have like the most amazing profit ever, but it did have a small profit still, so I cannot be mad. And next up was another Poshmark sale, and this was by the brand Free People, and this was a Santa Cruz Henley top in a size extra small. This sold for $18 with a Poshmark fee of $3.60, and then I was left with $14.40. This top I got for $1.40, but I have no idea where I got it, when I got it, or any of that. All I know is that I don't have to look at it anymore, and I still did make a fairly decent profit on it, so I can't be mad at the sale, but I would not pick this up again. Free People is a brand that does not sell as well as it used to and for as much as it used to. Obviously, there's always exceptions to brands. There's always some stuff that is more sought after, but Free People is just like, overall, I'm very picky with it. I look up every single piece I find. I will never just buy it without looking it up, and I'm very picky, and I don't like to pay a ton for it because it's just not, it's not what it used to be. And the next sale on February 13th was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Zero Restriction, and it was just a women's blue zipper front jacket, and it was in a size small. It sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and then I was left with $36. This jacket I actually got from my JOMAR Wholesale Passes palette. If you guys have not been watching me for a super long time, you don't know that I ordered a palette from JOMAR Wholesale last year, kind of towards the middle of the year, I'd say. And I actually did a follow-up video not too long ago, and at this point I'm just like adding to my overall profit. But this took 9 months to sell, and I had no idea what this brand was before I got my palette, and I found that a ton of stuff in my palette was like stuff I had no idea what it was, but some of it ended up being worth a lot, which was very helpful for me because I actually learned a lot of new brands from it. But this very much surprised me, selling for $45. It did sell outright, which surprised me even more because I was kind of just guessing on this item. I had looked up comps, but there really wasn't a ton to be seen. So I picked 45 as my number, and I was hoping for the best, and it ended up selling for 45. So I'm really happy with it. Like I said, it's adding to the overall profit of my palette. And the next sale was another Poshmark sale. This one's kind of just like, like it's fine. This is just a little like graphic t-shirt, and it was the Lion King, and it said like positive vibes on it. And it was in a size extra large, and it sold for $12 with a Poshmark fee of $2.95, and then I was left with $9.05. This shirt I actually got from my JOMAR Wholesale Passes palette once again, and it took almost 5 months to sell. So this I did not list when I listed that Zero Restriction jacket. As you can see, it took me a while to like get things listed and get things up, but this sold at least. There's some stuff in my palette that I honestly wish I would have never listed because it just doesn't do much. This is one of those items that like I could have not listed and it would have been fine because I'm only making $9 on it. It did add to the profit of my palette, but this is not something I'd pick up at the thrift store. Like, this is just not something I sell usually. And the very last sale on February 13th was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Joe's Jeans, and it was a pair of dark washed high-rise skinny jeans. These were in a size 26. They sold for $23 with a Poshmark fee of $4.60, and then I was left with $18.40. These are from a flip lot, which doesn't make me a very happy person because I thought that these were just from my own closet, so I accepted their offer of $23. But if I had looked and saw that it was from a flip lot, I would not have accepted their $23 offer. Nothing I can do about it now. Didn't have the most amazing profit ever, but I'm living with it. That like flip lot in a whole, it's not from my regular client, from someone else. The flip lot in a whole does have a pretty good profit. And they did take almost 2 months to sell, so they sold fairly quickly. I can't be mad, but it's not my best sale ever, and I wish I would have looked that it was a flip item before I actually accepted the offer. And moving on to February 14th, the first sale I made was a Mercari sale. This is by the brand Eileen Fisher, and it was a women's tan organic linen boxy top. Wow, I feel like I can't speak for a second. This sold for $28 with a selling fee of $2.80 and a processing fee of $1.11, and then I was left with $24.09. This top is from a flip lot, and it took 3 days to sell. I did have this listed at $35 originally, but to receive an offer for $28 in 3 days, I honestly couldn't not accept it. And I am becoming more and more picky with my flip lots, like I've said to you guys. So this may not be an item I continue to receive in flip lots. It just depends. But I'm really happy with it still, and it still did have a decent profit. And the second and last sale on February 14th was a Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Tiva, and it was a pair of women's brown suede tall snow boots. These were in a size 8. They sold for $60 with a Poshmark fee of $12, and then I was left with $48. These are also from a flip lot, and these took 1 week to sell. I don't sell Tivas a lot, but when I have had them, they've sold very quickly every time. I'm trying to get all my winter stuff listed because, like, obviously winter is not, like, ending, but it's, like, slowly coming to an end. So I'm trying to get all my winter stuff listed, and I'm extremely happy that these sold as fast as they did. I want to say I had them listed at $70, and then I want to say they offered $50, and I countered $60. I want to say that's how that went. Honestly, I don't remember. But overall, I'm extremely happy with this sale, and I really enjoy selling this brand. And moving on to February 15th, I had one little sale this day, and it was an eBay sale. It was a pair of Lucky Brand, brand new with the tag, women's Ava mid-rise bootcut jeans in a size 4. These sold for $45, and then I paid a fee of $7.76, and then I was left with $37.24. These are from a flip lot. Once again, lots of flip sales. You guys know the drill. And these took almost 3 weeks to sell. I am extremely happy with this sale. I have found that Lucky Brand jeans don't move quite as good as they used to, but they still do move fairly quickly. These were branded with the tag, which is why they moved so fast. And that's why they moved for $45. Typically, I sell Lucky Brand jeans between like $30 and $35 if they're not new. And I've never sold a pair of Lucky Brand jeans on eBay, I want to say. eBay has been not very steady, but fairly steady for me for the last few weeks, which I am very grateful for from all this Poshmark nonsense that's going on. These either sold outright for $45 or I had them listed at $50. I don't remember, but either way, it's still a great sale, and I'm still really happy with the profit. And moving on to February 16th, the first sale I made was another Poshmark sale. This was by the brand Nike, and it was a men's Dry Academy track jacket in black. It was in a size extra large, and it sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. This jacket is from a flip lot, and it took 6.5 months to sell. I hated this jacket. There are a few things that I got from flip clients a while ago that I just cannot stand now. That's why I'm really picky with my flip stuff nowadays. And if I were to go back, I would not take this jacket in my flip lot. And I'm just happy it sold for $30, to be honest. And I had it listed, I think, like $38 originally, and I could not move it. It didn't have a ton of interest. Like, I don't know what the deal was. It was just not a good item, and I'm really happy it sold. Obviously, it wasn't the best profit ever because it's from a flip lot, but I can't be mad at any profit that I do make, and I wouldn't get this one again. And next up on February 16th was another Poshmark sale. This was by the brand Lily Pulitzer, and it was a Sarasota white beaded tunic top in a size medium. This sold for $32 with a Poshmark fee of $6.40, and then I was left with $25.60. This top is from a flip lot, and it also took 6.5 months to sell. So not the worst time frame, but like still not great for flip. This top it was very, very oversaturated, and I make a mistake a lot with my regular client where I don't actually look up the comps of everything before she sends it, and then I get myself in trouble with stuff like this that's really oversaturated, and it doesn't sell for a ton. 32 is not bad. It still did have a decent profit, so I honestly can't be mad. Would I get it again in a flip lot? No. Would I pick this kind of thing up at the thrift store? Probably yes. So not terrible, but also not like amazing, so I'm still okay with it. And next up was another Poshmark sale, and this is by the brand Vince. This was a women's maroon slim fitted silk blend top in a size medium. This sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and then I was left with $36. This top is from a flip lot, and it took 2 months to sell. So this sold extremely quickly, and it actually sold outright. So I was super surprised with this because Vince is not a brand that always sells for as much as I think it's going to sell for, and this top definitely proved me wrong. It sold outright for $45, and I am extremely happy with it. I had gotten a couple very low offers before it actually sold, and I never accepted. I always countered something that I thought was reasonable, like $40, $39, and they didn't want it, so I just kind of let it sit, and it ended up selling for $45. So I'm really happy with this, and it had a really great profit. And the very last sale on February 16th was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Rebecca Taylor, and it was an off-white, off-the-shoulder sweater. This was in a size medium, and it sold for $54 with a Poshmark fee of $10.80, and then I was left with $43.20. This I got from the thrift store for $8.50, and it took almost 7 months to sell. This sweater actually sold fairly quickly, and I want to say I had it listed for $60, so $54 was extremely reasonable. So I'm really happy with this sale, and it had a really great profit. And moving on to February 17th, I had one small little sale on this day, and it was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Crocs, unisex Croc Band 2 clogs in light blue. These were in a size 9, and they sold for $29 with a Poshmark fee of $5.80, and then I was left with $23.20. These are from a flip lot, and they took just over 1 month to sell. I don't know if I'd get these again in a flip lot just because they didn't sell for a ton. I only had them listed for $35 originally, so it was still a very reasonable offer, but the Crocs they just don't really sell for a ton, so I'm not sure if I'd get these again. It didn't have the worst profit ever, so I can't be mad. It's just not as much as I would like to be making, but they did sell really fast in just over a month. And moving on to February 18th, the first sale I made was a Mercari sale. This is by the brand and it was a black and green boho baby doll tunic dress. Sorry if you can hear my dog breathing so freaking loud in the background. He literally is the loudest breather on the entire planet. I don't know what's happening. But this dress sold for $17 with a selling fee of $1.70 and a processing fee of 79 cents. And then I was left with $14.51. This dress, I have no idea how much I paid for it. I have no idea when I got it. I know I've had it for a very long time, and I just no. Is definitely on the brand's list of I don't pick up anymore. I used to pick up a lot, and I actually had a really good luck selling it when I first started, but it does not sell at all anymore. So yes, I'm happy. I sold it, and it's gone, but I don't really know the profit I made, how long it took, nothing. So definitely wouldn't buy it again, but I'm happy. I don't have to look at it anymore. And next up was another Mercari sale, and this is actually a pair of American Eagle high-rise distressed skinny jeans, and these sold for $35 with a selling fee of $3.50 and a processing fee of $1.32, and then I was left with $30.18. These are from a flip lot once again, and they took 2 days to sell. I absolutely love selling American Eagle distressed skinny jeans. They are one of the things that sells the best for me over and over and over again for years. This is an item that is 100% bread and butter for me, and I've actually recently starting the price of them at $35 instead of $30, and I find some of them sell for $35. Most of the time it's the bigger sizes, 14, 16, 18 and up. Those are the ones selling for $35, but I find that I am more likely to sell them for $30 if their starting price is $35. Yes, there are so many pairs of American Eagle jeans out there and on Poshmark, and there's so many, but I promise you, they have such a following that people are searching for them, so they are worth the pickup every time. And I will still continue to get these in flip lots because I know they are such a quick sale for me. And even though they don't have as big of a profit as they would if I picked them up from the thrift store, it's still worth it in my opinion, and they always sell extremely quickly. And the last sale on February 18th was yet again another Mercari sale, and this was a Banana Republic women's green and white tie-dye fitted ribbed tank top. This sold for $15 with a selling fee of $1.50 and a processing fee of 74 cents, and then I was left with $12.76. This is from a JOMAR box, and I bought it for $3.82. I want to say it's probably like a CPR box. That's one of my other favorite boxes to get. And it took 2 months to sell, so not a terrible time frame at all, but it only sold for $15. And it's a Banana Republic tank top. Like, it's not going to sell for any more than that. I want to say I had it listed at maybe like 20, maybe 18 originally. $15 offer. Accepted right away. It was very reasonable. No, this is not something I'd pick up at the thrift store ever. I do pick up some Banana Republic, but this would not be a piece. But if it's in a JOMAR box, I do list it anyways, and I'm not mad at the sale, but it definitely is not one of my best sales ever. And finally, moving on to February 19th, the last day of last week, the first sale I made was a pair of Arizona women's brown woven flats, and these were in a size 8.5. They sold for $15 with a Poshmark fee of $3, and then I was left with $12. These I got for free. I don't know when. It's just like a random item that someone gave me, and I decided to list it. Obviously, 15 is not like a great sale, but I got it for free and it literally made me $12, so I'm not mad at it. Obviously, this is not something I'd pick up at the thrift store, but if someone wanted to give these to me for free again, I would list them. And next was another Poshmark sale. This is actually by the brand Wrangler, and it was a pair of high-rise cut-off denim shorts in a size 26. These sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. These are from a JOMAR box, and I got them for $4.65, and they took 5 months to sell. Not a terrible time frame. Wrangler's not a brand I pick up, first of all. Second of all, these shorts were actually a pair of jeans that had been cut off and made into shorts, which is not, I don't want to receive that in my JOMAR box because that can be kind of hard to sell. I had these listed at $35 originally, and someone offered $30. I immediately accepted. I still did make a profit. It wasn't a terrible sale, but this is not something I'd pick up. Not an amazing piece, but I'm happy to sell it. And the very last sale on February 19th and of last week was another Mercari sale, and this is actually a pair of Fry women's Aran work boots in whiskey, and these sold for $100 with a selling fee of $10 and a processing fee of $3.20, and then I was left with $86.80. These boots I got from a flip lot, and they took 1 week to sell. This goes back to the other Fry boots I sold, and I told you guys how the ones that are ankle height definitely sell really well for me. I had these listed at $130 to start because they had barely any wear whatsoever, and the comps on these were really, really good, so I decided to start them on the pretty high end at $130, and then I received this offer for $100 in a week, and I went ahead and accepted. I did contemplate countering, but you guys know I'm always iffy on countering because then that's how you lose a sale. So I decided to be generous and accept this offer and not be stingy and lose out on a sale. But overall, this was an amazing sale. This was one of my favorite sales from last week. I had such good sales from last week. This was definitely one of them. And this had such a good profit for myself and my client, and I'm just really happy that it sold super fast. All right, you guys, that is it for this week's What's Sold Wednesday video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Like always, let me know your favorite sale down below. I had so many, like both of the Fry boots, the St. Laurent sunglasses, like there were so many solid sales that I honestly can't pick, but let me know what your favorite one was down below. I am super grateful to have last week be such a great sales week with all of this nonsense going on, and I hope you guys are seeing your sales kind of come back to normal as Poshmark has kind of fixed their search engine. And this week that I'm in, not last week, the one I'm filming this in, is not going as well as last week, but I'm hoping it picks up towards the end of the week, and I hope you guys are having great sales as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that bell notification to be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next week.